Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. This video is part 4 of the hashtag Color Your Hoard color along in this Chinese coloring book called Lost You Forever. In this video, I did have to fast forward some parts because you weren't able to hear me. I accidentally forgot to plug in my microphone and was talking and didn't realize it till a little bit after, and this is the part where I'm coloring the face of the guy in this book. So I just want to let you guys know that beforehand, and if you wanted to go ahead and fast forward just to see what's going on, you can. And on the bottom left hand corner I will have the names of the pencils I am using, and also it will be down below in the video descriptions. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So we will continue coloring this page, and we will start with his hair. So in a previous part for this series, I laid down a base of Cassel Brown from the Caran D'ache Luminance, which is number 046. So I'm going to continue to use this, but I'm also going to use French Gray 30%, number 803. For the longer areas, strands of hair, to extend the color, I'm also going to add Sepia, number 407, and black, number 009. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to use the Cassel Brown, and I'm going to put the areas that are going to be the darkest area for his hair. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so with the Cassel Brown, I'm just going to color in the areas that I know will be my darker shade, and I'm going to leave areas for my highlights. So like right under here, the inside part of his hair, I'm just going to color it in. And I'm just doing a light to medium lay down of this color, just picking out sections where I want the darkest shades to be, and where my highlights will be. So I hope you guys are doing well. I know I've had a couple days in between my videos. This past weekend has been really busy, and this past few days also I ended up having to do a lot of errands with my kids to get them their supplies for school, and for my oldest, stuff that she'll need for when she goes to college. Just any deals that we could find. We went to Walmart to do most of the school shopping, and then we also visited Target and Costco just for the other stuff, our food. So yeah, so a lot of errands and shopping for the kids. And yeah, what's funny is that all through the time we were going through Walmart and Costco, this is when I brought just my oldest son and my oldest daughter. So my oldest son, he's 10 years old, and it's like he just discovered how great, the Elton John song, The Yellow Brick Road. I don't know if you know that song, but there's this part in the song where it's the Oz. All throughout the store, he just kept on singing that part over and over again. I think it's great that he's enjoying such a great song, especially by Elton John, and it's like discovering something new. And I grew up listening to Elton John and his songs, Billy Joel songs, There's a Fly, Journey songs, just the slow jam songs. That's what I would always sing in like to karaoke, and so that's how my kids kind of were introduced to those artists. But when they were even little, like my daughters, I started them out with the musics from the Beatles, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and George Harrison. And so, they need to grow up knowing great artists like them, legends, to build their, they listen to other stuff too, but for me, I think kids should always know great artists like them. So yeah, my son is singing Yellow Brick Road all through Walmart, and by the time we were in Costco, I was like, that's enough. Okay, it's like, I know you love this song, but seriously, it's like, how many times do you have to sing a song? You need to teach him a new one. No, but I think my son will keep singing that song until he knows the lyrics inside and out. Just keep on going. This is just like a rough draft of where I'm gonna lay my pencils. Okay, so for the top, and up here. Yeah, so for like another song that my son was really obsessed about when he discovered it as Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. And oh yeah, he, like, every time we do karaoke, he has to sing that song. And last year, my sister got married and she had a string quartet, and they were playing like, songs that she requested and songs that they love, and one of them was Bohemian Rhapsody. And right when they started playing that song, the beginning, we all knew what that song was, and my son started belting out the song, and everyone just started joining in, which is funny. It's like something you'd see in like a movie where people just start singing. But yeah, it happened at my sister's wedding. We just, we were comfortable with family, and everyone knows that song, and we're just singing Queen. And it was a restaurant it's in northern LA. It was up in the hills, and I can't remember precisely. Woodland Hills, I think, is where we stayed, and Topanga Canyon was where we were at. There was a restaurant there where my sister's wedding was held. Yeah, and that's where we sang. I don't know if we have it on anyone's video, if anyone recorded or anything. We weren't really on our phones. I think I was still trying to eat while I was holding Mason at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the Sepia number 407, and I'm going to go over where I laid down the Cassel Earth, and I'm just going to start bringing in the darker shades. And I'm using medium pressure now, just to establish where the dark areas will be. And here. Okay, I'm wearing a sweater. Hold on a moment. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the Sepia, where I think the darkest part, and leave areas for highlights. Okay, I'm just going to do this section to show what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to come in now with the French Gray 30%, which is number 803. And what I'm going to do is kind of like what I did with the turquoise blue here. I'm going to come in with the medium to hard. And this is pretty much just to blend it all. Sorry, I had to blow that. I misplaced my brush somewhere. So now I'm going to come in with the black for the darker area. So I'm just going to, I'm doing like a zigzag motion. So up and down, up and down. And up here too. And kind of the reason why I did like use the French Gray, especially hard on the highlighted areas to blend in all the colors. When I go over it again, like with the black, and I'm going to go over it also with the Sepia and the Cassel brown, is that you can see the strands when I do the flicks a lot better. Afterwards, so sorry. Kind of like left some. I never finish my sentences sometimes, so I'm sorry about that. So this is Cassel. I'm going to go in now with the Sepia. And again, doing like a zigzag until I come here, and I'm just going to flick color up and flick down. So I wanted like dark here, but not black here. I wanted like a hint of brown. I was thinking of getting like a reddish hue to it, but then I did the branches with like sienna brown and ochre, so I was like, I'll just go straight brown. Or no, yeah, straight brown with some highlights in it. Now I'll come in with the Cassel Earth. Doing the same thing where I'm just going to flick it towards the highlighted area. Okay, and I went and grabbed my brush. Okay, so now I'm going to go up this way and I'm going to go down towards its hair. So I already did Cassel Earth. I'm going to go with the Sepia. Again, I'm just going to doing a zigzag. Just keep going. So yeah, I was talking about like a lot of errands to do, and then my daughter, my other daughter, my 16-year-old, I said in my previous video that we are trying this new thing, which is putting together a miniature, kind of like a miniature kit. And the one that we got is in a tin, and we actually ended up finishing that Sunday night. We worked on it on Saturday, trying to figure out how to we worked on it on Saturday. Then after the errands, continued to finish it up on Sunday evening. And was able to finish it up. So happy that I did that. And then we're already gonna start on a new one. I went and got another kind of do-it-yourself miniature kit to make for my eldest daughter to send off with her to school. Just like a little decoration. To keep with her on her like windowsill or her desk. But I have the finished things, so it comes in a tin like this, so it says box theater. Whoops. And then when you open it, it's this little miniature book and a little rabbit. It's kind of crooked over here, but it's okay. Yeah, so I had to put all the little itty bitty stuff. Let me turn on the light and see if it Yeah, cut up all the flowers, the leaves, and glue everything all together to fit into this little tin. There was a lot of glue everywhere. So, but I had a lot of fun. My daughter and I. She did her own set. It's different from this. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Really liked doing this. You do have to take your time with it though to let the glue dry. Let me go ahead and put this over here. So yeah, so we're gonna start the next one. I wanted to finish this one before I started another miniature though, so I'm gonna keep continuing with the sepia. Do you guys have you guys done any of these do it yourself miniature kits? I know there's doll houses do, but I'm gonna wait on the doll houses. I think I'm gonna just continue doing the small ones. I think I'm gonna make some for like Christmas for my cousins, just to give away instead of giving. Oh, because yeah, I'm not sure. I think I will just make them some little miniatures to give. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go in with the, should I go in with the black? Okay, I'm gonna go just in the darker areas, and I'm gonna come in with the French olive, or French gray. I think there's a French olive. Yeah, so right now, as I'm coloring the hair, I'm kind of thinking how I am going to color his face, a guy's face. I did look up like male model Chinese ancient. I think I used those words to look up, and there's actually some male models that dress up in like ancient Chinese outfits. So yeah, so I was using them as a reference just to like keep in my mind to figure out how will I color his face. Oops, it's too hard there. It's okay. Just use another point. Okay. So looking at it like this, it looks like a really bad mess. It's like a, you know, when you dye your hair and you just have like, you clump on the dye and just all on weird. So yeah, that's how it's looking right now. So I'll come back with the black, and let me just sharpen the tip just a little bit. I think I like it, but then I'm still seeing some like yellow. Sorry, clean this out. Oh, not yellow. Like little spots, and yeah, they bug me a little bit. So I'm just going to, what is that? Just clean it up. So I'm just going to swipe up and down, try to smooth out those. You can see like right over here, like little dots and stuff. So I'm just going to use the Caran D'ache blender to smooth it out. Same thing. I'm just going to try to swipe on top of. It's kind of hard using this on top of the area. Just to clean it up a little bit more. And then also up here, oh, it's a little bit more there. I don't want to lose the strands that I put in there, so I'm just trying not to just keep going. What is that? To blend all the colors together. I'm trying to make sure I'm leaving strands in there. So I want to come back with the Sepia. So I'll go ahead and come back with the rest of his hair done. So that's pretty much the process I'm going to be doing, the same kind of layers for the rest of this. Okay, so I have finished the hair. Really like how it looks. So I'm going to start with the face, and with the face I'm going to start with his eyes. So I'll go ahead and zoom you guys up. Okay, my husband just got back, so I had to greet him, and I just realized that I didn't have my microphone on, so if I sound like I was mumbling, I am so sorry. So I'll continue now with the burnt ochre 10%, number 872, and just gonna establish his lips right there, clean up the sides. I'm doing medium right over here. I'm gonna continue coloring down to his neck, and I'm also going to go over it with buff titanium to smooth out the colors. It's a little rough in certain areas, and I do want to add a little bit of color just around here. So I'm coming in with burnt sienna 069 and just lightly kind of giving him a little bit of a blush there. just a hint of, let's say, color. Trying to come in lightly. This one. I come in with the burnt ochre again. I just want to smooth this out. And now I want to come in with the burnt sienna 10% 862, and on his lips, starting from where it's shadowed, I'm gonna come in medium and then lighten up as I go towards the middle part of his lip, or yeah, mouth. And same here. I'm actually gonna start from the middle part, and as I go up, lighten it. I'm doing medium hard just for the bottom part here, so I don't break the tip again. And right around here, his eyes. Can look a little bit flushed, right? Oops. Get the burnt sienna. Go going over certain areas, kind of lost color a little bit when I went over it with the, which one's that? Burnt Ochre 10%. I'm trying to go over this side with the Sepia, especially here, the inside part around his ears, because that would be shadowed, I would think, from his hair, especially here in this part. I'm just trying to add a little bit more shadow, just to just to make his, maybe I'm trying to make his cheeks pop out a little bit more, so it looks like yes, high cheekbones. Pronounce the shadow under his chin a little bit. I think I might have done a little bit too much, but I'm gonna go over it with buff titanium too, so it's okay. Kind of have to keep stepping back a little bit, or sitting back and looking at my picture as a whole, especially his face. See if where I put the shadows is where I want it to be. So I'm just adding, I don't know, I just think that there's a shadow or something that sticks out just a little bit from the rest of this, or this part of his neck. Went over the line here. I'm just going to come back again with the Burnt Ochre 10% and doing like a medium. I'm going in circles here because that's where I put the dark brown, and I don't want to make streaks like I accidentally did right over here. And just want to slowly medium there too, and Oops. Okay. Okay, just gonna go down here and just smooth this one out. Smooth this side out. Just going to, I'm going to come in with the buff titanium. Actually, let me come back with the burnt ochre 10%. I just want to do a light layer over the light areas. Just to give it a little hint of color before I go in with the buff titanium. So I'm going to go, and pretty much what I'm doing with this is smoothing out, like instead of using the Caran D'ache blender, I am using the buff titanium to smoothen it out. And so just make sure I want to clean my pencil just in case, because I'm going to start off with the lighter area here. So I'm doing medium. Then I'm doing like a light to medium over the areas that I added the shade to. So you can see it it just smooths it out, smooths the area out. Hopefully not washing out the color. I'm just going over the light areas where I think the light is going to be hitting there. So I want this area to be the light. So I'm just gonna go in and go over the nose, smooth that one out. Just clean it out just in case. So I'm gonna start from here to the cheeks. I'm doing medium. Just smoothing it out there, and I feel like I want to add I might have washed it out a little, but I like how smooth the skin is looking, and I'm just coming in with the, what is this, burnt sienna 10%, just a little. Add a little color, I guess. To space. There. So now I'm going to come in with the black, and no, I'm not going to give him eyelashes. I'm just going to like define the area, eyebrow just a little bit. I don't want to go too hard, so I'm just doing lightly. There you go. Thank you all so much for watching this part of the color along. I really love how the hair and the skin turned out, and I hope you guys had fun watching this part come together. I do want to apologize that throughout the beginning of the video there was a lot of beeping and stuff going on in the background that you might have heard. There is a huge construction going on behind my house where they're building a whole new neighborhood, so it'll be like this for a couple more months, and I just wanted to put that out there just in case I didn't say it earlier in the beginning of this video. So I'll see you all at my next and final video for this book, where I'll finish up putting all the details together. So till then, please take care and happy colorings. Bye bye.